In this episode, we're going to talk about what allowed the lunar lander to do this. This program is brought to you by a great group of Patreon subscribers. Go to our Patreon page to read more. Join our Patreon supporters and get exclusive content and product discounts. In this issue of Spacecraft Guide, we're going to continue our work on the lunar lander. And we are going to work on panel 8, which is explosive devices. Specifically, we are going to work on this switch here, the Helium Pressure Ascent Switch. Now, this was responsible to get the astronauts off the moon. So when you click, it takes you to the Helium Pressure Ascent Switch. Well, what this switch is usually locked in the safe, what it does is it fires the explosive isolation valve of ascent helium tank or tanks selected with the ASC helium switch and fuel and oxidizer compatibility valves to pressurize the ascent propulsion section. Positive indication of isolation valves firing is provided by the main propulsion indicator fuel and oxidant scales. So we know it's safe. It removes power from the valve and fire. It actually activates the system. So if we look into the schematics, we see the switch right here, and also in this section here, what it does is it actually goes to the propellant valves here. Now, if we look at the valves, what they are on the engine, they are right, on here. So we see the ascent helium pressure switch with fire and safe. When it has fire, it comes up here and it opens these valves with explosive devices. It has the helium from tank 1 and 2, or either 1 or 2, and that pressurizes the line down here, this line right here, which pressurizes the fuel tank on this side and the oxidizer tank on this side. And that will show in the gauges going up here. Now, if you are a Patreon member, we'll give you a little bit extra on how this system works. That's all for this week. If you would like to use this interactive virtual reality exhibit on the command module, the lunar module, and the surface of the moon, just go to our Patreon page and the link will be down below.